Yeah. Well, that's what is this one of us go at this stage. Oh my gosh, I forgot to pay my balance. Yeah, I know. I heard about that actually. Oh, it's just too big. Actually enjoy it, but I can't get over it.
Unless he sent one in the last like 2 minutes. Or...
No, that was like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything's around. Yeah.
Yeah. That's very. Oh my God.
There's one more rock for a draw to the button. Then they should be starting.
Time to do our jump jumps. Could have been over in 30 seconds. Oh, I know.
We are now set to begin, and Zarowny has the first rock in the first end. Line is good for the draw. She has the weight for about the 8 foot or the 4 foot. That is that is a good start. The call for Gooch from Tattersall is to go to the 4-foot around that particular rock. This rock is a little wide and maybe a little bit heavy. Zarowny, is going to be doing the same draw, a little more ice, and to go around her rock that's in the top 8 foot. The rock appears to be a little bit light, and it will be serving as somewhat of a guard for the one in the 8 foot. No guard. Takeout by Gooch on the blue rock. Looks a little bit tight and light, but it might give her a little bit of a roll. Too much of a roll. Zarowny is going to be, she's been called to take the yellow rock out. A little bit tight. You'll see, she probably got a piece of it. No, she's going to roll out. Which gives Tattersall and Gooch the opportunity to draw one in behind a blue guard. She has good weight for T-line and not completely buried. It can be reached with a hack weight type shot, but they're calling for a little bit more weight. She's going to chip it out, and the house is empty. There's one blue rock up in front, which can be used as a guard again for the Tattersall Gooch team. Her line is good. Now we'll see what the weight will do. Comes to rest at the back of the 12. Another call for a takeout. If she throws the same type of rock, it should come and hit that one right on the nose. A little narrow, but it's going to be probably right on the nose. No, it didn't finish. And her shooter rolls out. Another chance for a draw around. They've been trading chances. This draw attempt is a little wider. And maybe a touch lighter. Yes, it has draw weight. So now there's a yellow guard and a blue guard. And we're coming down to almost the last stones. The rock's on a good line. Now it's all about weight. It should be in the house, and it could also be almost partially buried. Gooch has to play another takeout. It could be narrow. Appears that we have a timeout by Farynuk and Zarowny. The beginning of the second end. Call, draw to the top eight. The first draw attempt is heavy. Tattersall's first rock, draw to the button area. Just a touch heavy, but not much. Draw to the top four. comes to rest, almost touching the yellow rock, and the blue is now shot. One now top 4 foot would be ideal. It's heavy. She might curl enough to tap her own back. Not a bad result for a miss. But the advantage goes to Tattersall and Gooch at the moment because they have the last rock. Nothing up front except 2 rocks in the house at the back of the 4 foot. This rock is on a good line for a removal or a tap back a little bit on the yellow. And nearly frozen on their own blue rock. This presents itself now with a good hitting opportunity. It's a little bit narrow. Both the yellow and the blue are removed. The blue is still shot. And they're going to, seeing they don't have last rock, the call might be to somewhat guard the blue that's in the house by coming into the top 8 or 12. Slightly warm for a guard. Blue's lying 2 without hammer. The call is a draw to freeze to the blue. The rock is heavy and there will be no change in the house. The call again is to guard, put up a guard in front of the 2 shot stones. It might be a little bit deep again. It's going to over curl. So Gooch and Tattersall can hit or draw. The rock, the takeout attempt is narrow, but it's going to hit the front blue. It's not bad. It presents itself with the opportunity of coming around if that shot will be there. We're down to the last couple of stones. Zarowny is calling for a guard, top 12, top 8, to prevent the yellow from getting into the 4-foot to score. But this rock will overcurl unless it bounces off the top yellow. Okay, the shot is there for 1. This is the last rock. Instead of calling the draw, she's calling a tap on her own yellow. A draw would be easier. And I think she is narrow. And it should be a steal of 2 by the blue. That's the end of 2 with the score being 3-0. First rock, third end. Draw to the house. Just short of the house, right side of the center line. Draw is slightly heavy. On the center line, behind the button. The call for the Zarowny shot is to come into the house and freeze to the yellow, or tap it back slightly. Shot is made. call is for a takeout of the yellow. And it should be near the nose. With Gooch and Tattersall down 3, they've got themselves into a takeout game when they need to have rocks in play. Another call of takeout. It's a little narrower than the last one, but she has got it, but she might roll out. An opportunity to get a rock in play for Gooch and Tattersall and to put it around the guard. Draw attempt, line is a little wide. It's got to curl a long ways to get behind the guard. And it appears somewhat heavy. The draw attempt appears to be fast and through the house. They're exchanging opportunities. Gooch and Tattersall got the same opportunity as they had for their last rock. And I believe the rock is just biting at the back 12. Last rock for blue. Going to draw in, freeze, or be on the line to the yellow rock. Line looks good, weight looks good. And if it's partially buried, this could be an issue for Tattersall and Gooch to score. She's going to have to throw one on the same line for them to score one. The draw attempt doesn't have any extra weight. The line is good. It's a question now of the weight. It's 15 and a half seconds. And she's just short. A steal of another point for Farynuk and Zarowny, who now lead after 3 ends 4-0. Start of end number 4. Draw to the house for position. Tattersall and Gooch now have their work cut out for them with half the game completed and down 4. There will be a hit. No, there won't be. It's a call to actually, I think, draw around or do a light tap on the yellow shot rock. It's at the back 12. Second shot. Here I don't understand why they're going with hammer going to the back. They could split the house up front and play for 2. This is going to split her own yellow or come to rest on it. Not a bad result. The takeout attempt is narrow and it might miss all the rocks. Yellow still lying 1, 4 rocks in the house. The weight is adequate. The line is good. This is good. The yellow is now lying 2. After that shot, takeout, the yellow is still lying 2 and in a pretty good position. Draw to the house and to block the path to the back one so they can have a multiple score. It looks like they will be lying 3 after this shot. And it is a good shot, tapping the yellow to the 4-foot. They have to, Zarowny and Tattersall have, and Farynuk have to figure out how to cut down the scoring. Yellow still lying 2, and their second last rock to come. She's calling one a draw to the right side of the house, 8 foot. Line is good. And the weight, as long as it's not too deep, it needs to be third shot, which it is, and in a good position. A little bit of indecision here. This is an important shot to cut the yellows down. They're lying 3, counting 3 at the present time. Last rock for the blue. She's going to play the shot stone top 4. She could get a double on the back yellow, or she could also remove her own blue. There'll be no removal of her own stone, and she missed everything. There's an opportunity for 4 for Gooch, and Tattersall. This is one of the easier shots for a draw. You set your line for the amount of curl to come to rest in the two counting rocks up in the top 8. But she is wide and it could be a little bit heavy. No, it kissed off one of their own, and it's a count of 4. Tie game after 4 ends.
4.
We'll see what end number 5 brings when they don't have hammer. For Tattersall and Gooch. I have a feeling the game will be won or lost right on this end. First rock, draw to the house. Line is good. Weight is adequate, at least for a guard. But it will be in the house. Biting to top 4. Nice draw, right to the button. Shot rock. The rock ended up short of the house. It serves as a guard, especially if they have a shot yellow behind it. I can see that Tattersall and Gooch have a hit or a tap on the left side. And if that shot is made, things could get pretty difficult for Zarowny and her partner.
That's what it is.
Oh, yeah, the stick it, the first one first. Okay, yeah, there's an attachment on the right. Well, that's
The tap is being played, but it's
not 20 years. Not 20 years.
a little wide.
Yeah.
Pretty close. That same shot is still there, but I imagine there will be a guard in the area on this next shot. Third rock of the end for Zarowny.
For detail, this is for this is 6 sheets.
Well, when we came back from Nelson, we were here 2 or 3 years.
The guard might be a little bit narrow, and it's going to over curl, so that there's still going to be a shot for the tap, yellow blue on the button area. Not an easy shot, but it's there. But you do need about backline to hack weight. And I believe she's a little bit light for that shot. Just going to have more stuff up front, which is going to take this shot away. She was right on line, but not the weight.
Hard to say. Well, there's some bad
Three yellows sitting on top of one lonely blue.
Yeah.
Put it to practice.
Two rocks to go for Tattersall and Gooch. They have some work to do. She's calling a long run back of yellow on blue, and she made that a run back double tap.
Great shot.
Like prior material.
That was awesome. If I would have been my shot, I wouldn't have tried it. But it was a great shot. Yeah. Yeah, and a great shot calls for a timeout. Oh. There is the option of draw on the outturn side, curl around the rocks right into the blue. Two more stones for blue and one for yellow.
Because she's young.
Oh, she's young.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
And the draw shot is going to be played. Out turn to the button. All she needs is about half a rock, a third of the rock on the button.
She's not going to do that.
We're watching my street downstairs.
It's going to come.
What everybody here is saying.
Yeah, because you know, take the outside shot. Yeah.
You know, that was a perfect shot.
Yes.
The play, I would say, would be the intern side. Tap the blue on the yellow and count 2. Whoa. But they're going to play the outturn draw.
It's bad.
There's the weight for that shot. No, it's a little light. Went out farther to the wings where the ice apparently was a little bit heavier. Last rock. I believe the shot is to tap up the blue right to the button area. No damage done. Be 1 yellow. 5-4. After 5, playing the 6th end. Tattersall and Gooch 1 up. First rock, 6th end. Should be a draw to the high 8. Top 4. Zarowny and Farynuk need to score 2 to win the game. The draw attempt too heavy. It's going to split the house. The rock might have too much speed. This is the fourth rock, so they have to decide, are they going to hit or try and build a house?
Hi, Valerie. Hi. How are you? Good. I want you to meet my cousin. This is Leona. Hi. This is Valerie. Hi, Valerie. It's nice to meet you. So
Take out rock is going to hit half a rock or less and roll out.
Yeah, I just got here too. Realistic for them though. They're playing around robin, so they play all the other okay, six.
Draw to the left side of the button behind the T. Zarowny is calling for freeze right on the line to the yellow because they need to score 2 for a win. With a pretty good result in that shot. The blue is now shot, line 1, and they require 2 to win.
Yes, those are the people that
The yellow, blue is going to. Blue remains in the house.
You can't drag Kenny out of them.
I'm surprised that they are curling to the middle. It'd be better if you need to score 2 to curl to the wings because they could set up a double.
Okay, yeah. So, unless you're coming to watch yeah. Oh, look at this. This looks
Another timeout.
No, you're. Are they blue?
Takeout attempt. It's a little narrow. You might get one chip out. Stage is still set for a score of 2 by the blue. I still don't know why they don't split the house. It's an easier way of producing the deuce. They're putting a rock in front of their blue as a guard, but it sets up the possibility of a double. And if there's a double, the end is basically over. And there is the opportunity. Oh, she's not calling a hit. She's calling a draw. Should be a hit. The call should be a hit in my estimation. Because the draw attempt cannot be light. You got to do at least a tap back. Or sit. It's a pretty good shot. It's got backing. It's actually a very good shot. Now, the yellow is in a position where it's kind of difficult to remove, but you got to remove it. You don't have to be worried about your shooter. This is last rock. She's got to chip it out and score 2 for the win. She has made the shot, I believe. Yep, that's 2 for the win. That was a good shot. And so the final score is 6-5 for Farynuk, Zarowny over Tattersall and Gooch.
So ABC or 1, 2, 3. Where is she? Yeah, we can move to those.